This is Hannibal and Piper back here from the Hannibal TV.com with the daily wrestling news updates on this SummerSlam Saturday. It's going to be interesting to see how much SummerSlam playing affects the collision rating. Not that it matters in the long run. Cody Rhodes, who is wrestling Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam tonight, says he's very happy that the Young Bucks are getting paid along with Omega and Adam Page, who just re-signed with AEW. Apparently they were made an offer that was so big that WWE didn't even have to make an offer. Who knows what kind of offer WWE would have made, but they signed without even supposedly officially being made offers by WWE. And Cody Rhodes says, quote here, "I believe they've made some NBA money of it," end quote. So in other words, he doesn't blame them for staying there. They're making huge money. The the House of Wrestling is reporting that Big E, I'll just ignore that sound. He gave a medical update regarding his broken neck, which he did suffer in the WWE ring, and they do take care of people that have been hurt in the ring. They took care of Paige for a long time. TJ Wilson, who smoked Joe, broke TJ Wilson's neck. He still has a job there years later. But Big E told these people, quote, "Hey, I would not, sorry, here's the exact medical update quote. Quote, I talked to the spine specialist. People have worked on other people in the company and done their fusions, and they said, hey, I would not wrestle again if I were you," end quote. So Big E, I mean, if you get hurt or get your neck broken in a WWE ring, I mean, I'm pretty sure they're going to want to avoid a lawsuit and they're going to take care of you for the rest of their life. Look at Draws. They took great care of Draws. So he probably has to make the decision. I fully agree that if he was champion, he's done it all. So why not just not try again to wrestle and just listen to the doctors and take whatever pay you're going to get or payoff you're going to get from that incident and count your blessings. I mean, he can still walk. I don't know how much it affects him. He still looks pretty much the same. He speaks pretty much the same. But as far as taking bumps, I mean, that's a totally different thing. There's rumors, as there were at WrestleMania, and it didn't happen, that Orton and Bray Wyatt might be returning at SummerSlam. I was happy to see this, as I hate deathmatch wrestling. CCW had to cancel its Twisted Metal show they were planning to hold at a junkyard in New Jersey. The State Athletic Commission of New Jersey has stepped in and canceled the show. I mean, a death match show in a junkyard, how sanitary is that? And my issues with death matches, I mean, if AEW wants to do them, that's one thing. They'll be as safe as possible, and the wrestlers will be tested. I've never seen, and maybe it happens, but I've never heard of independent wrestler blood testing. I've never heard of it. I mean, and not only are they putting serious injuries on the line for, I'm sure, not very much money, but contamination. Because for instance, a lot of time in the death matches, for instance, barbed wire, you're slammed into the barbed wire, all those barbed wire spikes go into you. Then the other guy gets slammed in, all the spikes go into them. Very similar to sharing a needle. RVD and Nash are two of the smartest businessmen in wrestling. Good for them for making money. I'd like to see Nash in AEW. I'd love to see that. I know he's not going to wrestle, but I mean, supposedly they turned down Bret Hart for an offer to be an agent, which I was surprised at. I mean, I don't know how much money he wanted, but who wouldn't want Bret Hart's mind? But I actually agree with Cody Rhodes. I'm happy all these people are making huge money in AEW. There's so much money being made right now by wrestlers. I don't know if that's going to continue. Once Endeavor, the parent company of UFC, takes over WWE fully, because UFC fighters overall are not paid very well. The Rock just had to buy one of the fighters a house, for God's sake. And that fighter just finished winning a fight. So I mean, AEW. I don't know. I haven't seen enough of it to know, but I know they just got another TV show, a deal to have all their content on Warner Brothers. The amount of money didn't come out, but there's a rumor they might be getting 200 million a year for that. Do they have a lot of wrestlers under contract, and a lot of them aren't even used that much? Yes, but whatever. They're owned by a multi billionaire. They can do whatever they want. I'm happy. I'm happy for all these guys making money, and I think it's only. I mean, it is going to be. I don't. I honestly don't think Endeavor is going to fight to keep wrestlers as much as WWE did, even though Vince McMahon's still going to be in charge of the company. Because in UFC, they let a lot of guys go. Like, they just tell them to go because they don't really have any competition. I mean, AEW is more competition to WWE than Bellator is to UFC. But and I've said this before. I'll be surprised if Endeavor keeps the development system, or at least keeps so many people signed, because the development system costs a lot of money and it doesn't really produce too many stars. And now they have AEW that they can take people from. I mean, they got Impact, NWA that they can use as feeder system to a lesser extent. MLW, they got Women of Wrestling. I mean, Chris Goldberg always looks great. I would love to see AEW sign him. I agree.